Hey guys, Marcus Crawford with the Idaho Quadcopter channel here, and I realize I'm kind of silhouetted here because the sun is off over that way, but I wanted you guys to see the Snake River Canyon in the background, so that's why I pointed the camera this direction. I have the DJI Mavic 3 with me today, and I don't know if you remember a while back, I was out here on the edge of the canyon and I tried to get to Halverson Lake, and I just didn't quite have enough battery to really do it with the DJI Air 2S. Well, this Mavic 3, it's going to do it no problem. So I just thought we'd go for a flight here. Let's quit messing around. Let's put the Mavic 3 up in the air and see if we can get to Halverson Lake. Hey, okay, I'm all fired up and the drone is saying it's ready to take off. I'm going to change some of the camera parameters down here. We're going to shoot in 4K 60. We want some good footage here. I'm not going to shoot in 5.1K. That would be fun. However, I would have to edit it down. So I only have a 4K monitor at home, so I always just shoot in 4K. Hey, okay, so I've been through all the safety checks and looked everything over, and we're in good shape. So we're going to shoot in 4K 60. Starting recording now, and we got 97% battery, 22 satellites. Let's go ahead and take off. Let's do an automated takeoff. And I'm going to take the drone up to 7 meters high here, which is what DJI likes you to do before you move off. And that should help us get a precision landing when we come back. There's a little over 7 meters. I'm going to let it sit there and look at that for just a second. That should be good enough. And look at this nice stable horizon. Let's head out on the river here. In fact, you know what? We didn't do our droney here. That's the way we want to do that. So I'm going to turn it around, bring it back, and we're going to do our droney. How could I forget that? Bring this drone back to us. And it is so much fun flying a spirited drone like this guy is. And we got a little breeze going, but it's very, very stable. And I hear a jet aircraft way up there, way above us. So we don't need to worry about him. But reversing up now, reverse hand up. And we are full reverse at, I don't know, nearly 12 meters per second. And let go of that upstick. How high are we? We're 20 meters above the canyon. Don't I look small sitting there on the side of the canyon? Okie dokie, let's move this guy around. And we're going to head towards Halverson Lake. And the cool thing about this drone is we got plenty of battery. The battery flight time on this guy is just amazing. And in fact, let's throw it in sport mode here. So we're in sport mode, and yeah, it's immediately picking up speed. 19 meters per second, almost 20. Yeah, 20 meters per second. And boy, that drone, I'm watching it, it is tilted forward and it is moving right along. Yeah, I like it. I love that pitch forward look of the drone when it's going there. 21 meters per second, so, you know, we're nearing, you know, that's probably 46, 47 miles an hour, pretty close, So yeah, you can't complain about the speed of this guy for sure. So it's kind of interesting looking at the canyon here. Let's see if we can get over the top of the water here. Kind of fly over the top, and you know what you're going to notice here is you know how wide the canyon is at this point. I just think it's interesting. You know, the path of that the water takes is different at different times. And so you got a really wide spot in the canyon. When I was out here, just a few minutes ago, I was trying to fly some other drones and didn't have much success with either of them. but I saw a jet boat go by. So yeah, I mean, it's kind of cool. Hopefully we'll see that guy. He was heading upriver, and I hear another jet. He is way up there. And when you hear those big loud ones, those often are military jets, and that guy's pretty loud. He is way up there. So here we go. Let's get kind of back over the, I know right where the lake is, but I kind of want to take you guys over the water. And the cool thing about this drone is we've got the battery power to do it. 80% battery. What a beautiful day today, huh? Today is October 29th. It is a beautiful fall day. Oh, I hear there's that jet boat behind me. He's coming back, so he is going back downriver. So hopefully on our way back, we'll see him. We'll see if we can get down there and get a good look at those guys. He probably put in at Celebration Park, which is kind of the direction that we're heading. We're not going to go all the way to Celebration Park, but we're definitely we definitely want to see if we can get to Halverson Lake, and we're getting there. I see it. And the cool thing about this guy is we got great signal with the drone. 74% battery. I knew this guy would do it. And the speed, this is why you buy a Mavic 3. The speed and power of this guy is really cool. And boy, that jet boat, I'm kind of looking over the edge right now. Oh yeah, there he goes. Big aluminum jet boat heading down river. Well, there's Halverson Lake right there. Always wanted to fly to Halverson Lake, and we are doing it right now, folks. We got maybe not quite this far. In fact, it wasn't quite this far with the Air 2S, and because of battery power on the Air 2S, we had to come back. And we're at 69% battery on this guy. And here we go. Boy, it's weird the way that noise carries here. I can hear people down in the canyon. It's wild. The noise really carries. So this is Halverson Lake. Let's take a look at this guy. This is pretty cool. Like I said, I always wanted to see it. I mean, they call it a lake, but really it's kind of a pond, isn't it? And I assume it's either just rainwater fed or spring water. Maybe just rainwater. Look at that. There it is. Well, what do we see on the other side here? You see a little bit of a stream there, so could that be a spring, or is that where it's just draining away? I don't know, but Halverson Lake, and there's the trail that goes to Celebration Park, and well, heck, we can even see Celebration Park from here. That is in Canyon County. So let me kind of move sideways here, and you can take a look at some of the agriculture. And we're going to come back this way. We saw what we wanted to see. I made it out to Celebration Park, and I just see my my meter kind of went into the orange there. And there is Halverson Lake. Let's take another. Let's see if I can maybe get down a little bit lower and take a good look at that. You would worry a little bit about, yeah, so this is going to give us a little better look at the lake. We're negative 30 meters, and we've got a good connection. I'm telling you, this RC Pro is really great. Okay, let's grab some altitude again, and let's head out towards, let's see if we can come back over the river. We're at 59% battery. See if we can see that jet boat as he's coming back. And here we are at 20, yeah, excuse me there, lost track of what I was talking about, 21 meters per second. So this guy is moving right along. This drone will be back to us in no time. Always wanted to fly a drone to Halverson Lake, and now I did, and I knew the Mavic 3 would be the one to do it. Can you tell I'm tickled? So, kind of looking at the river here, there it looks like we got some rapids there. I think we can drop some altitude here and get lower. Let's see if we can come down and get a little lower on the river. And we'll get a good look at that boat as he comes by. He's heading our direction, so we'll stay over the river. We're at negative 50 meters altitude here. Yeah, there's that boat. I can see him there off in the distance. That's the other cool thing about this RC Pro controller, is that you really get a good, you know, it's nice and bright, and you can see that. Had I been using my phone on an RCN1 controller, you know, I'm not sure I would have had that visual. So it looks like he's turning around. I wanted to see him go through, he may not be parked down here, or he may just be fishing there. Look at that. We saw him turn around. Let's see if we can catch up with him. We'll chase him back home. I kind of wanted to see him go through the riffles there. But it looks like he's kind of stopping there, huh? And in the shade of the side of the mountain. Let's slow down. Maybe they're fishing is what they're doing. I suspect that's probably what they're doing. Yeah. Let's see if we can drop some altitude. I think we got a pretty clear shot of it here, and I'm not having any. Oh, there's a couple of boats there. Look at that. So those guys are commiserating, probably doing a little fishing. Look at that. Yeah. Let's throw this guy in normal mode and kind of do a little rotation around here. We dropped out. We're 100 meters below our takeoff point now. Negative 104 meters. And that's why you have a drone like the Mavic 3, I'm telling you. Yeah, okay, so he's taking off again, it looks like. So I don't know if he was just talking to those guys or what. But it looks like he's taking off. Heading back downriver. Again, I'm willing to bet that he is probably parked at Celebration Park there. This kind of gives you a good look at the trail that goes by the river here too. Let's go back into sport mode and we'll see if we can kind of catch him. Which we can, yeah, we can easily. He's clearly not at full throttle. I kind of wanted to see him go through these riffles up here. And I'm watching my signal strength meter really close to make sure that we've got good signal. Yeah, unstable lighting positions, because I think we were in the shade there. We got that message, and then it went away as soon as we got back out into the sun. So the sensors detected we were in the shade there. So let's see what happens. I want to watch him go through the riffles here. And we could put this guy in tracking mode, and we could literally in focus track, and we could follow him, but we're doing okay this way. But I just thought it might be cool to watch him go through the shallows here and see how he negotiates that. These jet boats, they can literally go in sometimes just a couple of meters of water, or I mean not a couple of meters, just a few inches of water, I meant to say. And it looks like he's just following kind of the deep part of the river, which I guess you would. So I don't know how deep that is. Yeah, we're starting to get some signal issues, so we're going to turn around here and say goodbye to this guy. We got to watch him go through that part of the river, and let's just bring it back to us. And we'll follow the river here on our way back. Pick up the camera just a little bit so you guys can get some perspective. And I'm sure, like I said, I'm sure he probably put in at Celebration Park there. And that other boat should be right around the corner here. Yeah, there he is. He's kind of close to the shore, isn't he? He moved in closer to the shore. I believe that's what I see. Oh, no, there he is. Yeah, right there. He's right there. Yeah, I gained some altitude. I didn't mean to. So let's come back down and we can take a closer look at those guys. Let me slow it up here a little. As they're doing some fishing. Nice day to fish. They found a nice sunny spot there. Look at that. Okay, let's head on back. And I saw that rock there by the side, and I wondered from a distance. I wondered if that was another boat. But let's bring it back. Let's just come on downriver, and we're negative 107 meters here. Got that unstable lighting conditions again, which I'm not sure what that's about, but not too worried about that. We're in a pretty wide open area here, so we'll come back, and as we get closer, then well, in fact, what we'll do is we'll do a return to home so that you can see it rise in altitude. It'll come up that 107 meters plus 30. I think I had it set at 35 meters, something like that. This has given us a great look at the Snake River. It's fun to be down this low over it. I mean, obviously, most of my videos, you've seen me pretty high up. So, gosh, I'm pretty excited about what we've done here today. A, I got to see Halverson Lake. B, we got to see the jet boat. C, we got low down on the Snake River here. And there again, another thing about this kind of a drone is it's so fast and powerful. You know, we're coming back at nearly 20 meters, well, over 20 meters per second. So, you know, it's just covering the territory really quickly. Really quickly. So, yeah, we're up there on the rim, kind of above us there. And hey, so these right here, let's stop and look at these for a second. I've always wondered, when you look at these from above, they almost look like they were foundations or something. So clearly there was some kind of structures here. And I'll be darned if I know what they, you know, what they were, or is that just natural? No, those were dug out. I always wondered what that is all about there, you know. Clearly something. Back in the day, they were doing some kind of work there, diverting water in there or something. I don't know. Kind of interesting to see, isn't it? Yeah, that's dug out of there. Wonder what that's all about. If somebody in the comments knows what that is, yeah, let me know. That's interesting stuff. So right here is the end of the road where you can drive up to the canyon, and I can see I got a little bit of yellow on the signal there because it's you know, it's close to enough to me that it's a little bit obstructed. But let's take a look at this here. And in fact, I'm going to go right above that, and I'm going to show you a different place that I flew the other day. See that pipe that's coming down? Let me pick the camera back up. Well, you know what? I don't want to do that because I wanted to show you the return to home. Obviously I gained some altitude here. Let's drop it back down because I want to show you how the return to home works. And we see some people parked there at the end of the, yeah, so we're negative almost 115 meters. Let's look this way. And I hear their voices. I can hear the people talking down there. It's kind of cool. Low battery return to home. So let's just let it do that. Let's point it back this way, and it's going to go into return to home, and you'll watch it rise up to its return to home altitude. And it's moving up. I'm a little, you know, as it moves towards the side of the canyon here, I got to tell you, I'm a little nervous, but look at it's gaining altitude fast, and it's coming directly back to us. And in fact, I'm looking at the drone. Yeah, this is pretty cool. So, yeah, there you can see me standing there. Oh, we're in positive altitude, and here's the drone. It just appears in front of me. That is really cool. That was so flippin' cool. Hopefully we got that maybe a little bit on the video. So so let's see if we get a precision landing here. And it looks like it's pretty darn close. Yeah, I think it's going to hit that landing pad right on. So we're going to see that. We're going to see that on video too. Yeah, it's going to be right on the pad, right in the darn near the center of the H there. So yeah, and let's see, we're at 14% battery. Let me quit recording here, and let me get everything shut down, and we'll do a quick conclusion. Hey, okay, guys, the DJI Mavic 3. Was that a fun flight or what? I started out kind of having a little bit of a frustrating day here today because I had some problems with some other drones, lesser drones. But boy, we got out to Halverson Lake. We got to fly low down on the river, and we also got to look at a jet boat going downriver and saw some other guys out fishing there. And then did a return to home from negative about 115 meters negative, and the drone came up and it just appeared over the top of the side of the canyon here and just dropped down and did a perfect landing on the landing pad. You gotta love it. If you're on the fence about a Mavic 3, that Classic is coming out here pretty quick. Get off the fence. It's a pretty cool drone. All right, this is Marcus Crawford with the Idaho Quadcopter channel out. And if you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing to my channel. Most of all, I absolutely appreciate you taking the time to look at this video. And yeah, we'll see you on the next one. The DJI Mavic 3, just fun stuff. See you later.